Arne Slot on his way to the KOP to replace Jurgen Klopp. Is he the man to take Liverpool back to the top? Well, we're going to try and talk about that here. Welcome back to the Red Blood Brothers. It's TJ and Mo with you today, and we're making this video on the back of two dreadful results this week. One against Everton midweek, where we lost the Merseyside derby, first time in 13 years at Goodison, and today a draw against West Ham. I don't know how to feel about this. Part of me is angry, part of me is sad to see how this is the end of Jurgen Klopp's reign, that it's ending in this way. And we'll talk about this sort of mini collapse we've had for the past month, and then we'll go on to speak about Arne Slot to the KOP. But yeah, Mo, look, if we just jump into the past two games, the past month, the month of April has just been an absolute curse. It's been a shambles.
Yeah. Well, first of all, that was a banging mini poem at the start. Got those bars, mate. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, look, we were in an absolutely perfect position when Arsenal went to the Etihad and drew with City. We were in a perfect position because the league was in our hand. All we needed to do was just win the remainder of our games, and the league would have been secured. And in all fairness, I didn't anticipate that we would win every single one of our games, because I think at that time there were still 7 or 8 games to go. So I anticipated that points were going to be dropped, given the way that we were playing as well. You know, I think since January, the way we've been winning our games.
I think it's even before January.
Yeah.
It was unsustainable.
The way we've been winning our games, man, it's been totally unacceptable. Like, if you look at, for example, Sheffield at home, they fucking equalised, and they actually had chances to go ahead. But if it wasn't for that worldie from McAllister, we wouldn't have won that game. And also, if you look at, for example, Nottingham Forest away when Darwin scored that last minute, as you said, man, there's an issue. There's a clear issue when it comes to the tactical setup of the team, and not just that. It's the chances that we've been missing in these games. The chances that were missed against United at Old Trafford in the league. The chances missed against Crystal Palace when we lost. Even today we had chances to score and we missed. There is a problem in this team when it comes to scoring opportunities. We cannot score goals, and the thing is, I'm watching us and I can't see where a goal is going to come from. Like I said, the tactical setup is completely wrong. There has to be. I'm happy that, I'm going to be honest, bro. I'm so happy that change is coming, because as much as I love Jurgen Klopp, like I was telling you before, this man brought me the happiest years of my life. He made Liverpool a serious club again. We were in the shadows for 20 years, but it's time for a change, and it came at the right time because it's collapsed. Everything's collapsing, man. And then most of these fucking players as well need to go. Nunes to begin with. Nunes has to go, in my opinion. Look, first season we said, he needs another season to settle in. It's not fair for us to completely, berate him. Give him another season, he'll find his form and find his feet. Mate, this man has, not just him single-handedly, but the attack have cost us the league.
You can't single out Nunes though, when the whole team, or the whole front line at least, has been.
No, the attack cost us the league. I mean, exactly. But him specifically.
But at the same time, to say our attack cost us the league, the finishing's been dreadful. They've cost us games, but we've been going behind so much this season. I don't know what the stat is. Is it 23 times we've been behind, or 24?
Something like that.
Something like that. But that's not the attack. That's the defense. But I don't even want to say that's the defense, because obviously we don't have crap defenders. We've got Virgil van Dijk, the best defender in the world. We have Kwanzaa and Konate, who are top centre-backs as well. So, I don't know. I think it's something to do with the structure of the team and the tactics and the way we set up. We just keep conceding first. And I don't know why. I can't pinpoint it. Is it shit defending? Is it the tactics and the structure and the setup of the team? Yeah. Or what are we doing on the training field? Why do we always have to chase games?
Yeah.
And if you look at the team now, when they play, everyone's out of steam. Like, the season should really end for us now, because the players can't run anymore. They can't put in that high intensity style of play that Klopp demands. And the reason being is because we've had to chase so many games.
Yeah.
So many games this season.
Exactly.
And I think, especially McAllister. McAllister's
He's been rinsed.
he's one of the best midfielders in the league. Our best summer signing, 100 by a mile.
Yeah.
But if you look at him play, he's late to challenges. His passing's sloppy, and that's not because he's shit. McAllister's not. He's not rubbish.
No, he's not rubbish.
He's a class midfielder, one of the best in the league, but he's been absolutely rinsed this season. So I think there's a recurring theme where we're not being set up properly. But why is that? Why is the setup not right? Why are the tactics not right? Why is the whole strategy of how we move forward not right? And why is it collapsing? Is it Klopp's fault? Is it Linda's? Is it from top to bottom? Is it the players?
Yeah. For me, it's a combination of things. Like I said, this all goes. For me, I believe the ship started to sink when Michael Edwards left, because when he was at the club, there was a structure in place, and that structure was working effectively. If you look at the signings that were made under Edwards' influence, Mane, Salah, Alisson, Van Dijk, Fabinho. How can we forget Fabinho? And then post Michael Edwards era, Gakpo, Diaz, Gravenberch, and bro, listen. It's not down to one specific thing that's, contributed to our downfall. It's an accumulation of things. And I believe Klopp has to take responsibility for this, because you cannot have, bro, you can't be emotionally attached to players the way Klopp is. That's gonna bring you a lot of problems, as we have seen unfold in front of us. Because when Edwards was in place, he was cutthroat, and it was working effectively. The club was being run properly. There was a structure. Signings were on point. But Klopp became too emotionally invested in these players. For example, Henderson.
New contract to Henderson.
Exactly.
When
why the fuck?
Edwards wanted.
Why would you want to keep that donkey in this team when?
Allow that. He's a good club.
Look, all right, cool. All right, look, he was a good servant of the club.
His role was really to be the engine of that midfield, and once his legs went, it really was time to move him on.
Yeah, but exactly.
And that's what Edwards wanted to do, I think. But then obviously Klopp came in.
Klopp, like I said, it's not. The thing is, he deserves to have an ego, because he's one of the greatest managers in the world, and he's won trophies to justify him wanting to have influence and a say over transfers. But why would you want to mess up a system that's enabling you, to have all of this success? Because since he started to take control of transfers, we haven't actually replenished the midfield
until last summer.
Yeah, exactly, bruv. And even those signings were wrong.
Like who?
Bro, come on, man.
What, Szoboszlai, McAllister? No, I don't think.
No. Endo and Gravenberch. Bruv, we needed a number 6. We all knew we needed a number 6. And I'm not knocking Endo. I think he's done really well, man, considering the circumstances. But bro, he's not a permanent replacement. He's not on Fabinho's level. If you want to win the league, bruv, you need a number 6 like Rodri and Fabinho and Rice. You can't do it with people like Endo.
Yeah.
Do you not think?
No, that's true. So yeah, I think Klopp got the power he wanted, but that burnt him out.
Yeah,
it's
100%.
It's quite ironic, isn't it?
100%.
He got the power that he wanted, which is why Michael Edwards left. I think it came to a point where it was like it was either one or the other, and it's clear because as soon as Klopp announced he's leaving, Michael Edwards is back. So it doesn't need a smart person to figure that out. It's not rocket science. So obviously there was a difference of opinion there and
misunderstanding,
like a bit of friction, and it was just maybe Klopp was getting too involved and getting his word to be accepted over Edwards, which is fair enough. Klopp he has this Liverpool club and the City in his palm, right? He has us all in his palm. He's an outstanding character, outstanding manager. What he done for us, we'll never forget. But once that happened, I feel like Klopp handed the coaching of the team to Pep Linders.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
Why would he do that?
So Klopp handed it to Pep Linders.
Oh my God.
Not like absolutely not being involved, but most of it's been with Linders because Klopp now is doing a lot of other things and managing and transfers, recruitment.
So he basically took the position of a sporting director.
I don't think exactly like that, but he had much more power. So that meant he couldn't focus too much on the coaching. That's where Linders came in, and that's why I think where we see the lack of structure and tactics, or the tactics that don't work, the structure that doesn't work. We're always open. So whenever Trent drifts into midfield, the right centre back has to do a lot of covering. Maybe that's why Konate keeps getting injured. But while that's happening, Salah has to hog the touchline. And we're not seeing Salah perform because of that and of his injury as well. So
Yeah.
because of all of these sort of moving parts,
I agree,
we're
man.
left so open. And it's just like, always conceding first. So there's a whole systematic issue, and it's not fixed because it happened last season for one whole season, and now here we are again after, let's say, a spell where we were just getting last minute winners and riding our luck and playing fuck it football.
Literally, man.
It's come back to bite us again,
I can't remember.
which shows and that's why Klopp announced his leaving. He doesn't have the answer. He doesn't have the solution.
Yeah, but I think the timing of that. You know what? No, I don't think the timing of his announcement affected the team.
No, I don't think we should talk about it. No. It's just
It's no. It's no. I'm not going to talk about the timing of the announcement because many managers before him have announced it mid-season, not mid-season, but you know at the beginning that it's their last season and they've gone on to win major trophies. So it's not about that. Watch when Pep announces it, he'll fucking do the treble that season. But when he decides to leave, but. With Klopp, like I completely agree with you, man. It's a systematic issue, and listen, like I'm not gonna put 100% blame on Klopp because Klopp, like look, bro, we've created chances in games where we've either drawn or lost to go on and snatch to go on and get all 3 points and score the goals. We've had opportunities in those games where we've dropped points to win, but it's not Klopp's fault that these donkeys up front can't finish.
Yeah, that's another
issue.
issue.
It's not Klopp's fault or Pep Linder's fault, bro. There's only so much they can do when you're on the pitch and you're 1-on-1. It's not Klopp's fault that you can't finish, and the amount of chances we've had, bro. Oh man, especially in that United game in the Premier League, not in the FA.
That's where we lost the league.
That game.
That was the game that killed it for us.
The amount of chances we had in the first half, bro. I counted 7 or 8 clear cut. Every single one of them was bottled.
Yeah.
Because we have incompetent people up front who were signed by Klopp that need to go. I'm sorry, Nunez has to go. Gakpo has to go. Bruv, Salah after today as well, what he done with Klopp.
I don't think we should rip into him for that. I think that's normal. It's you know what? It feels like it's an absolute mess, and
there's a lot of work to listen, bro. There's a lot of work to be done.
I did not imagine the end of Klopp's era at Liverpool to be like this, where it's just the fort is falling apart, and it's really sad to see. Like you know, after the Everton game, I wasn't pissed off. I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken.
No, I was pissed off, man.
Look, I knew we lost the league. We weren't even meant to challenge for the league anyway. We just sort of.
How can you let Sean Dyche outclass you, bro?
Yeah, it's really bad. It was really bad.
Do you know what pissed me off in that game?
But it's just sad to see it happen like this, and I can't pinpoint it.
What
At West Ham today, again,
exactly.
we conceded, we got back into it, then we went in front, and then we conceded again. So
the way in which we lost to Everton was absolutely ridiculous. I was seething, man. I swear to God, I woke up the next day, my eyes were red because I was obviously upset because, like you said, this isn't a Jurgen Klopp team. We know Jurgen Klopp teams to have an absolute, dominant mindset. We used to be known as the mentality monsters. Our mental fortitude as a team was one of the best. But seeing the way we got beat against Everton was humiliating, man. Bro, the players didn't even look like they were up for it. The Everton players wanted.
That's what's sad. That's what's really, really bad. It's
that Nunes chance.
It's like everyone's given up now. Even Klopp looks like he's given up. So
he's clueless, man. If you look at him the way he's on the touchline, he just looks like a clueless person. He doesn't know what to do.
He just looks like his mind's just somewhere else now. He wants to go, fair enough, and it's really sad to see it end like this. We'll definitely still secure top 4. And
do you think so?
Oh, yeah,
bruv. We've got Spurs.
Oh no! Don't give me that. Don't.
Bruv,
don't give me that. We're not gonna bottle top 4. We're not gonna bottle.
No,
top
I know we're
4.
not, but bro, like we got Spurs, Villa, and who else? Wolves.
Yeah.
You think we'll win against Spurs and Villa playing like this? Are you serious, bro?
We need 3. I think it's another 3 points. We'll get over the line. We'll get over the line. It's
I hope so, bro.
Look, it's really sad and baffling to see what's happening here. But it is what it is.
I'm just happy Edwards is back, mate.
And I think whilst we're at it, let's move on to Arne Slot. is he going to slot right in? Mate, the jokes and the puns with this are going to be immense next season. So, is he going to slot right in?
I don't know.
Liverpool?
I don't know, man.
Because, can't lie, I did not hear about him.
Yeah?
I've never heard about him. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be an expert when it comes to the Dutch league, especially Arne Slot. But, you know, we've done a bit of research. I'm sure everyone did. And, you know, he won the league for Feyenoord.
When?
After, I think it was last season.
He won the league?
Yeah, they're second now. So he's adored over there. And he has a really progressive attacking style of football. He plays a 4-2-3-1. And he is, from what we could see, a charismatic person. What do you think? Like, obviously, we're not going to talk here based on expertise. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, the thing is,
nothing about him, but
yeah, I'll be very naive to come in and say that he's the person that's going to win us every single major trophy. But equally, I would be naive to say that he's going to come in and absolutely flop. I genuinely don't know. I don't know about the man. I don't know his tactical setup. I don't know his philosophy, his football philosophy. I don't know how he sets his
But what we
teams
do
up.
know is that Michael Edwards wanted him, and Richard Hughes.
I think
That's what we do.
Yeah,
know.
but bro, like we move like Michael Edwards is some prophet who doesn't make mistakes, bro. You can get it wrong as well, you know. Like I know he's data driven.
Yeah,
and he looks at stats, but
we wanted Michael Edwards last summer after the shambles of a transfer window. Now that he's back, fans are complaining about the appointment. Look, we always knew it wasn't going to be some big name like Zidane or something like that.
Well, I thought it was going to be Alonso, man. I really wanted Alonso.
Alonso wanted to stay.
No,
Amorim.
no, I don't think we fully pursued Alonso. If we made him an offer he couldn't refuse, he would have come to Liverpool.
Maybe we didn't never fully pursued him. Same with Amorim. I don't think he scored high on the list, and it's starting to show. And it looks like, because I think from David Ornstein from The Athletic, he's like top journalist. He said that Liverpool are looking to make a bold and brave managerial appointment a few weeks before we heard about Slot.
Yeah.
And I think that was the sign, that was the giveaway that look, it's not going to be a popular name or populist appointment. It's going to be one based on data, analytics, what's right for Liverpool, what's right for the team, and what's right for us to move forward. And they came to the conclusion that it's Arne Slot.
Yeah.
And I've been doing some reading, so like I think the Times put out an article today saying Slot will act as a head coach of Liverpool, not as a manager. Slot will take custody of first team training, while reporting to Sporting Director Richard Hughes, and both will report to the Big Don, Michael Edwards.
So basically, so what's going to happen now, there's going to be a complete restructuring where he's just going to oversee the development and the success of the team.
Yeah,
so
he's going to coach the team.
Exactly, he's going to coach the team. He has nothing to do with transfers, but it's just going to be run.
It's a structure.
It's going to be run exactly the same way it
as
was
a
run
well-oiled
before.
machine. Yeah.
Exactly. So when it comes to transfers, for example, obviously there's going to be a scouting team deployed by Edwards.
Yeah, Richard Hughes
scout
will be,
talent.
Richard
Exactly.
Hughes, yeah.
And they're gonna present these players in front of Arne Slot. And Arne Slot will obviously have his say regarding the players that he wants to sign.
Or maybe he tells them what they need and they go out based on the data.
Exactly. But the thing
and
is,
that's all overseen by who? Michael Edwards. And interesting thing is Michael Edwards is not sporting director, CEO of Liverpool. It's CEO of football for FSG, Fenway Sports Group.
yeah, but doesn't that mean
So he might be overseeing some other footballing operations
isn't that
at
concerning?
FSG.
Isn't that going to be concerning?
No, of course not.
So because he's not going to be 100% concentrated.
Of course, he's going to be 100% concentrated on
Liverpool.
Liverpool. Yeah, but he's also going to run some other football operations. They might want to buy some other clubs or do like a multi-club structure. I know Man City have that, I think. So
Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. I mean, I really hope he.
it's what we wanted, right? No one can complain now. Last summer, everyone was begging for Michael Edwards to come back. And it was a shambles, let's be honest. It was a shambles. Now that he's back, we have a structure in place. We have Richard Hughes as a sporting director, and now Arne Slot, who's agreed to work within the structure.
I'll say one thing, though. I'll say one thing.
I think I'm quite excited about that.
What I would say is, it's not going to be similar to Arsenal's situation, for example, when Arteta had to come in and inherit an absolutely terrible team, and it was going to be 3 to 4 years before they were competing at the highest level, because there are some good players in this team, and I think Klopp.
That's why it's not as bad as it looks.
He kept, even though
there is
I
a foundation.
I think there needs to be a clear out in some areas, but the foundation is there. Alisson, Trent, Verge, McAllister.
Yeah.
I don't know about. Listen, man. We need to talk about Salah as well, man. We need to talk about Salah.
I think
if Salah fits in,
it's not going to be an overhaul because really it's not like when Klopp came in we were absolutely garbage.
Yeah, no.
This is a really good team. There's a lot of talent, a lot of young talent. There's established stars and experienced players like Alisson, Van Dijk, Trent, arguably, Mo Salah if he doesn't leave. So the foundations are there. We're in a good financial state where the club's healthy. We've got our new stand, and a new training centre. So Klopp's really
The foundations are there.
built the foundations. I know it's looking really, really bad now, but overall, if you zoom out and look at it like in a general way, we're okay. We're in a good position. We're going to be playing Champions League football next season.
I hope so, bro.
So it's
hope
exciting and nerve-wracking, and I think if we wrap it up with Mo Salah, yeah, listen, on the touchline today, it happens. We've seen De Bruyne do it. It's fine.
How many times do players clash with
Yeah,
coaches?
you shouldn't do it in front of cameras, but look, it happens.
Yeah,
Henderson
doing
once
it-
done it,
doing it
but
publicly,
fans that are
yeah.
ripping into Mo Salah, like, shut the F up. Shut up.
No, but
Because-
also you can't be doing that. Like, given the context of everything, it's Klopp's last 3 games. You can't publicly be having fallouts like that, man, because everyone's going to question your
happens.
credibility. But it happens, of course. But Salah's. I understand, man. I'm not gonna hone in on it too much. These things happen, bro. We've seen it.
Exactly.
in other clubs.
They happen. There's two elite professionals that want to win. There was some frustration. Results have not been good. Salah's been dropped because his form's been
He's been rubbish, man.
rubbish. And does that mean he's going to leave in the summer? We'll wait and see.
I hope not.
We'll wait because we know how Edwards operate, right? There's no sentiment. There's
Cutthroat business, mate.
there's facts, there's data, there's age, there's the future. If you're 31 or 32, how old is Salah? 33, 32? Or 31?
Something like that.
In his 30s, right? I think he's 31 now on the 350k per week contract. Are they going to renew that and extend it with the same wage or even higher because Salah might demand higher? I doubt it. But at the same time, I don't see why Salah would want to go to the Saudi League because it's absolutely shite.
Yeah, man. They're just transfer window. They're transfer window league, mate.
Yeah, exactly. They only make headlines in the transfer window, but when the real football starts, like, no one cares. Does he want to go and do that? Does he want to go play there? Because now we're in the Champions League. I'm sure he fancies another season of
Stop
Champions League.
saying we're in the
football.
Champions League. We haven't secured it yet.
Bro, come on, man. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Okay, so we'll wait and see what happens. But look, with Salah, I think if he wants to leave and we get like an offer of 100 million, thank you so much. We'll part ways. But if he doesn't want to leave, he could stay. Like,
Yeah, but based on
you know
what,
I mean?
based on what I've seen over the years from Mohamed Salah, is nothing short of top-notch professionalism, and he wants to compete at the highest level. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Nothing will justify him going to the Saudi league in that regard if he wants to play at the highest level, because the Saudi league is just it's a circus, mate. It's not a serious league. No one takes that league seriously. Like I said, the only time that league gets media attention is in the transfer window. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but like I said, man, if we're gonna we gotta be strategic as well, bro. He's
And that's what we will be.
He's down to the last year of his contract next season. It'll be 1 year left. So are we gonna let him go on a free? Is he gonna see out his contract, or are we gonna cash in this year, or are we gonna renew his contract? I don't know. We just have to wait and see.
We'll wait and see. Listen, I think let's wrap it up now. Guys, if you enjoyed, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Let us know your thoughts on Liverpool's collapse, really, in the last months of the season. Let us know your thoughts on Arne Slot, who's coming to the KOP. And we'll take it from there. I think, hopefully, we have a week break now, which is good. Just to sort of reflect on everything, do some research into Slot, relax a bit. It's been a stressful month. Going into May, we've got Spurs next week. So hopefully we'll see you guys then.
Peace.